boss now. A Mary Jeans, SB dunks with a fiend.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. John Hightower now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
A first carry for Rachaad White.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
Give him 32 on the play.
Off play action. Here's Corral.
And that is caught. It's Davis. Touchdown, Panthers.
Gabriel Davis
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Wentz. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Marcus Davenport with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And taken right at the 35. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
Corral with it, 1st down here.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard.
16 carries, 87 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Corral's throw there complete to Myers. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Corral. There's Trimble, the tight end.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd down, Corral.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown! Jakobi Myers, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Jakobi Myers on the touchdown reception. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Finding space at the 40. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is Wright. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big game.
2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and it's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
18 yards the gain for number 18.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to the ground game with White.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Wentz going to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Taken in at the 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Corral from the gun on 3rd down.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the box 24-yard line.
Corral with it on 1st down.
Open man right side, Myers. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jakobi Meyers, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Throwing now is Wentz. He completes it to Jones.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. Wentz now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way?
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Bono. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
And Wentz not going to take the snap here. Instead, he turns and calls a timeout. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
On third down, Corral.
And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's going to look deep for Moore. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Second down and goal. Corral. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jakobi Meyers in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25.
He'll take the knee in the final couple of seconds. Will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
That is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On third down, here's Corral.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. There wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Throwing here, Corral.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set
at the 45. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by Zion McCollum.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
First down, here's White. A little juke. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And we're back now in Charlotte. The offense...
They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the give, this is Hubbard.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Right back to Hubbard.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Wentz to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brian Burns
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he's going to go down again.
Amari Barno,
his 2nd sack of the night. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that's caught. It's the tight end, Tyler Davis. He's got room at the 30. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hubbard. And he coughed it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. That's complete to Hightower. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now Wentz. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 2nd and 7, Corral. That's caught by Myers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run